In the meditation that I teach, one of the ways I tell my students to look at that meditation practice is to look at it as having a meeting with your energy. What do I mean by this? You have energy inside of you, and that energy is always flowing out of you to people around you that demand that energy, that you want to give that energy to. But energy is also flowing to things around you, flowing probably a lot to your cell phone, to food, to self-care, to work. Energy is always flowing out of us. But when was the last time you harnessed that energy, withdrew it, and had a meeting with that energy so that your energy can be on the same page? Let's give a simple analogy to further explain this. Think of a sports team, a basketball team. The team's playing. There's maybe 90 seconds left on the clock. They're 2 points down. The coach might call a timeout, and he feels his players are all scattered. He gathers them all on the side of the court. He might have a clipboard. He gets them to review the plan again, gets them all on the same page. And once they're on the same page, he sends them back out for the last 90 seconds to play the game. We do this in companies as well. You might find your team being scattered. You might have a team meeting. What happens at a team meeting? You define a time for the meeting, a place for the meeting, a date for the meeting. Everyone gathers there, and there's an agenda. You don't ask your employees to come to a meeting room and say, we're having a meeting. And everyone shows up, and you go, I'm not sure why I called you here. Most meetings have a clear agenda. We want to focus on this, or we want to bring this topic up, or we want to discuss this. And then once you've gotten everyone to discuss the topic or focus on an agenda and everyone's clear what the agenda is, you don't keep them in the meeting room, right? You send all your employees back. You send them back to their desks, to wherever their workstations may be. Meditation is having a meeting with your energy. Energy is always flowing out of us to people and things around us. Meditation, you could say, in the meditation that I teach, is a very systematic way of first harnessing that energy from constantly flowing out of us, withdrawing that energy very systematically into one central location, and in this case, your spine. And once all your energy has gathered in your spine, then it's about giving a clear directive to that energy, bringing that scattered energy together, giving a clear directive, and then sending out that energy back into your body in a very controlled way. Because if you don't do that, then energy just gets scattered all over the place. It's one way to regroup your energy. So the meditation that I teach, that one of the first steps is to have a meeting with your energy. And once all that energy is on the same page, it's easier to do more with that energy than to work with energy that's scattered. And this then allows you to accomplish more in your life. In the same way, when the coach gets all the basketball players on the same page and sends them out for the last 90 seconds so that they can win the match, or the same way in the company, the employer, the owner of the company brings all his employees into the meeting room, gets them on the same page so they can go out there and hit their targets or their goals that they need to accomplish. The same way, in order for us to manifest what we want to manifest in our life, we need to channel our energy. We need to focus all our energy single-pointedly to our goals, what it is we want to accomplish. But in order to do that, we need to get all our energy together, harness it, collect it, get in on the same page, like the basketball coach, like the CEO of the company, and then focus that energy towards what we want to create in our lives.